Hey guys, Adam here and welcome back to Brian's Nerd Pub, and today we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Spider-Man Torment by Todd Mcfarlane. A terrifying, monstrous figure has been going on a killing spree in New York City. After several lives are lost, Spider-Man discovers the killer is none other than one of his more savage foes, the Lizard. After Spider-Man has tracked the Lizard down, he attempts to subdue him, but is poisoned in the process, and soon discovers that the Lizard is controlled by someone else, someone with a deadly vendetta against the web-slinger. I thought this comic was good, but I didn't think it was great. I can't say too much about this particular part because it would not only spoil this story, but another famous Spider-Man story arc. But I thought the reveal of the actual villain was okay, to say the least, but I do understand the reasoning behind this villain. I did appreciate that it had a similar tone to that of a classic Spider-Man story, such as regardless on how good things are going for Peter Parker, it will most probably get much worse in the blink of an eye. I've always appreciated that when it comes to Spider-Man comics because I like that regardless of what happens, he almost always continues to fight. I also thought the idea of Spider-Man being poisoned and still having to fight despite the poison taking a huge toll on him both physically and mentally was suspenseful. But unfortunately, I thought how that part of the story is resolved was lazy and a bit disappointing. I did really like how we got to see part of the story through Mary Jane's perspective though. As for the artwork, I really like the illustrations by Todd Mcfarlane. I love his take on Spider-Man and I thought his design of the Lizard was pretty terrifying. However, there were a couple of times where the artwork was a little too much in terms of detail, and I had to back the book away a few inches just to be able to get a clear picture. But again, that was only just a couple of times. Now, would I recommend you read this comic? Yes. I did think it was good, though not great, and there was just a couple of plot issues I had with it, but I do think fans of Spidey would enjoy it. Another reason I would recommend it is because it has ties to another famous Spider-Man story arc involving another famous Spider-Man villain. I'm not going to say the title, but I will say that it features Kraven the Hunter. I give Spider-Man Torment by Todd Mcfarlane a B. Hey, thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with more reviews and other content. Also, please be sure to stay tuned for my next review, which will be over Iron Man, Demon, and a Bottle. Now, this review is going to have a very special surprise added at to the end of it, so be sure to stay tuned for that. As always, guys, thank you all so much, and have a great day.